Hi, welcome to Orlando Experience. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing the Earl'z Nutcracker March, I believe is what it's called. I've never done this before. I think this is fairly new. I think they started it last year. I'm not positive on that though. But we're going to be heading in and we're going to start off here at the front of Universal. So we're actually just going to be heading inside this very front Universal store, right up to the left. I thought I'd also mention we're going to be over at Islands in a little bit. They did open up the new All Hallows Eve, so we'll definitely be going to check that out. But for right now, we're going to start the Nutcracker March. So this is the first time I've actually ever done this, so bear with me as I kind of go through it all. So you get a map, and then you get a ornament right off the start. I think this is all you get. I'm not sure if you get anything for actually solving the puzzle or if it's just something to do. But you do get this ornament here. That's just a wooden ornament. And then you get this map that shows you all the locations. And it seems like what you're gonna do is you find the location. So here's our first one, obviously, in front of the Universal store. You're actually gonna find their plaque that's around the back. So this one's behind it, but I think some of them are next to it. And then you take the first letter of the plaque. So this one's an M. And then, if I can actually open it, hold on. And then you put it into this like word decoder here. Obviously, here's a look at the map if you're interested in seeing all the locations, if you just want to go see the Nutcrackers. But it seems like we're gonna create some sort of word by taking the first one out of all of these. So I'm gonna write down them, then it looks like we're gonna be heading to the tribute store next. And obviously Universal does a lot here for the holidays. You can go check out, I'll link right now my Universal video. We went like the day after it started to come see the parade. They did add a new balloon this year to it. So that was exciting, their holiday parade. And then obviously the tribute store full walkthrough. We'll walk through it a little bit right now, but if you're wanting to see kind of the full tribute store this year, go head over to that video after this. And now here at the end of the tribute store, we did find our Nutcrackers here. And obviously we're gonna head to the back side and find the first letter. That looks like it's gonna be E for this one. I don't think I fully mentioned, but it's not like, we're not really going in order here. There's not really an order. As you can kind of see, there's not like 1, 2, 3, like 1's all the way over there in Islands and 2's all the way at the Men in Black gift shop. So it's not like you can go in order. So you just follow the numbers. So this one's 4, so we're gonna be putting it right there at 4. So big shock here at the gift shop at the end of Mummy. We do have a Mummy themed Nutcracker. And we just kind of have a normal one over here, kind of dressed up. And this, we're gonna be going to I. Obviously you can read these for yourself if you'd like. And right next to Richter's Boot Burger Company, you're gonna find the next one here in the candy store. It's just like a candy themed Nutcracker. Then our riddle is right over here. Again, you can read it. Then we're gonna have an A. So we're over here in the San Francisco Pastry Company. And they do have a few holiday treats that I thought I would show you real quick. Just look a little different from some of the other ones they have. This one right over here. And then one cake right at the top. It's a little foggy in there. You kind of see it through there though. In that other video, we also all went back into Diagon that we're not going to quite do today. I would have gotten one of the treats, but as you probably hear, I'm still recovering from being a little sick, so not in the mood too much to eat too much. But we're actually heading over to Men in Black for our next Nutcracker. And over here in Men in Black, we obviously have a Men in Black one, and we also have an alien. I think it's funny the Men in Black one is holding a blaster here from the ride. Looks just like an older one. And we've got our riddle over here. It's gonna be an O. as we were coming out of the Men in Black shop, over here at the Coke like freestyle location, they've actually had to seem done something else in here, so we're gonna check it out. So this is quite interesting. They seem to have redone this entire spot. So they have these like volume mixers that I'm sure are touchscreen, and you can kind of change the music in here. Kind of, you know, change it up a little bit with different filters. It looks like they've redone all the screens and everything in here too. Actually looks really nice. Then obviously you have all the freestyle machines, and they do have some special flavors right now for the holidays. I haven't checked what they are because I'm not paying for refills today, but just so you know that they're there. Our next one on the list is actually over here in the summer tribute store that is still open, if you were wondering. So they're still adding a few things of merch in here too, so I'd always check back, and if you like a lot of the old classic movies, you're gonna find a lot of merch for it in here. But we're actually heading to the arcade section for our Nutcrackers. Over here in the arcade section, right up to the left side next to the wizard, you're gonna find dueling dragon Nutcrackers that I think is very fun. So you can see, I think Blizz Rock and Pie Rock are their names. It just came back to me, but they're here. So this is definitely one of my favorite ones. Man, our riddle here has a T in it. Next up is the Five and Dive, obviously just across the street. We do have some classic Universal monsters, Swamp Thing and Frankenstein. And here is our riddle with an A. So we're officially done with Universal Studios. Here's the list somewhere up on screen right now. We're going to be heading out to City Walk for 2, and then we'll end up over in Island to go check out the All Hallows Eve, and then obviously get our last few Nutcrackers to solve the puzzle. First one up in City Walk is actually over here in Tucson, kind of tucked away off to the right side in the gift shop. We have a steampunk one. It's, you know, kind of obvious why it's here. And then here's our riddle. We're gonna have a G for this one. Then our second one in City Walk is gonna be over here in the main Universal store. 2 Nutcrackers on either side, kind of near the main center entrance. We do have our little riddle thing here. It's gonna be a T. Well, now we're heading into Islands. That is one of my favorite holiday parks, so excited to be back in it. And obviously we did a full Islands video, watching the Grinchmas show and also the Holidays at Hogwarts show. I really, really love this whole park during the holidays, so again, go check that out after this. But we're heading into Islands to go head around and look at all the Nutcrackers. So off to your right, as soon as you head into Islands, you're gonna find our next set of Nutcrackers. A little tricky, we thought it was in the Christmas section. There is a big Nutcracker in there. It's actually over here in the candy section. We're gonna have 2 on either side here. And we're gonna have an S on our next puzzle spot. The other one over here at the front of Islands is a little more easy to find. Right across the way in the trading post, we do have our next set of Nutcrackers. And then here is our letter. It's going to be an N. Right here at the entrance to the comic book store in Islands of Adventure over at Superhero Island, we're going to find our next Nutcracker here. Looks like just the comic variant of a Nutcracker with kind of that cell shading. And right next to it on the left side, we're going to find Earl with our next spot, and it's an H. So over here at a shop right at the left side as you're kind of leaving Comic Book Island, I've actually been in here only ever like once. It's a kid's store, so not really interests me, but kind of pink Nutcracker over here. And here's our little puzzle spot, and it's going to be an I. Well, over here in the Dino store, we do have our one for Jurassic Park. Honestly, was expecting a dinosaur Nutcracker, but it's supposed to be just a worker here at Jurassic Park. And we're gonna have an N over here on the sign. Just kidding, on the other side there is a Dilophosaurus right here. That is a Nutcracker. This is a little more what I was expecting. Just right here on the right side of that other one. So right off to our left as we're heading to our next shop, it is Hogwarts and Hogsmeade. I really like that area. For Christmas time, it's really, really great during the night. I think it's probably one of the great night areas now. with the Osborne family lights and stuff being gone. So definitely, again, it's in our other video if you want to see that all at night, including the holiday show. We're heading over to the Poseidon's Treasures for our next Nutcracker. Almost forgot on our way by. All Hallows Eve. It's now the Tree Graveyard and Boutique. Obviously all holiday themed. This is kind of the permanent Halloween store. It always has kind of Halloween feel to it, but obviously right now it's all holiday themed. Looks like they have a lot of Creature of the Black Lagoon merch right now. Some of it is new. I've never seen that before. Or those shorts. And they also have a candle. It does look like pretty heavy Creature of the Black Lagoon stuff here. I've never seen before.
Shirts and stuff.
So they do have kind of a photo op over here for Santa's Holiday. I was actually just talking to some person, and they were actually pointing out over here, they do have a little bit more chainsaws down there. And there is one off to the right side. He was thinking it could be related to Eddie. He is obviously Jack's brother and one of the Horror Nights icons. Actually got kind of cut, but he was here just a little bit ago, 3 years, I think, ago. He had a little scare zone, so that was kind of the first time we really saw him. But I do love this store. I love what they do in here, where it's kind of a mix of horror and like holiday or whatever's around. So they'll theme it to Mardi Gras when it comes around, and summer and everything. It's really great. There's a few little more nods to Horror Nights. Obviously this one with a midnight horror show in Cary, Ohio. That's obviously where a lot of Horror Nights stuff has originated. They do have a Shady Hospital thing over here. Could be Horror Nights related too here. I really love how much little tiny stuff they put in these shops that kind of reference Horror Nights, especially. They do a lot of more stuff with Horror Nights. And the only remnant we have of Poseidon over here in Poseidon Treasures, we have a Poseidon Nutcracker. I'm sure this is from way before the attraction closed. They probably did this, but we're gonna have an R over here. And again, super cool that they hide all those Easter eggs in that store over there. And if you're the person that was talking to me and telling me all that, I really appreciate pointing those out. All right, well, we're almost done. I think we have like 2 more, and then we'll be fully done with our little puzzle. Over here in the All Books You Can Read here in Seuss Landing is our last Nutcracker. Obviously a Who. I wanted to mention when we walked past the Grinch meet and greet, 100 minutes. Definitely the longest line in the park considering it's not that busy. We've come out with our final scene. So we'll meet up back up front to talk about the ending and how I feel about it. So there's a look at Earl's March of the Nutcrackers. So that's if you're interested in doing it. Here comes the ending. It does say, more than magic, it's Earl. So you don't get anything at the end. Obviously, you kind of buy the thing at the beginning, and that's the ornament. That I think is kind of like it's kind of nice to get at the beginning just in case you don't have time. You're on vacation, you might have not hit all the locations up. But I also think, as somebody that's a local and came out to do this, it kind of feels almost like no reason to go around and do it when you could just look it up and be done. You know, it's kind of fun to walk around the parks. Obviously, you got to see all the Nutcrackers and all the holiday locations, and I do like that. But I almost kind of, again, wish that you would get it at the end because it would make you feel like you accomplished a little bit more. But I still think it's fun if you're here on vacation, something you can do while walking around the parks all day. Or if you're a local, I think it's just a fun night out to do this. So thanks for watching. I hope this video brought a little more joy into you today, and we'll see you guys next time.